The city outside was a distant hum, a lullaby for a world settling into sleep. But inside, the silence in Sarah's house was a living thing, heavy and watchful. She sat curled on the sofa, the glow from her reading lamp a small island of light in the vast, dark ocean of her living room. The only sound was a soft rustle of a page turning, a comforting, familiar noise. Or it was, until another sound joined it. A whisper, faint and thin as a spider's thread, drifted down the hallway. It was just one word, her name, Sarah. She froze, the book forgotten in her lap. Her eyes darted around the room, searching the deep shadows pooling in the corners, the empty armchair across from her. Nothing, just the familiar shapes of her furniture, sleeping in the dark. Maybe it was the wind, or the old house groaning. She tried to convince herself, to force her heart to slow its sudden, frantic rhythm. She took a slow breath, then another. It had to be nothing, but the silence that followed was different. It felt charged, expectant. She couldn't go back to her book, not with the feeling of unseen eyes on her. Slowly, she placed the book on the cushion beside her and stood up. The floorboards were cold beneath her bare feet as she moved toward the mouth of the hallway, a black rectangle of absolute nothingness. "Hello," she called out, her voice a small, trembling thing that the darkness seemed to swallow whole. No reply, only the thudding of her own pulse in her ears. She took a hesitant step forward, then another, peering into the gloom. That's when it came again, no longer a faint echo from down the hall. This time, the whisper was right behind her, a cold puff of air against the back of her neck. "Sarah!" She spun around, a scream catching in her throat. The space where she'd just been standing was empty. The lamp still cast its lonely circle of light, but her relief lasted only a second. From the deepest, darkest corner of the room, a corner her lamp couldn't touch, something began to move. It wasn't a trick of the light. A shape was detaching itself from the shadows, growing taller, darker, a human-like silhouette made of pure night. It glided toward her without a sound, a chilling void that seemed to suck the very air from the room. It stopped right in front of her, so close she could feel an unnatural coldness radiating from it. The figure leaned down, its face a featureless blur of shadow. A voice, a dry, rasping whisper, slithered directly into her ear. "Sarah, why you not answer?" Her eyes widened, reflecting a terror too deep for any scream. The light in the room, and in her world, simply went out.